Jai Hind everyone. Welcome to my YouTube channel which is Explore Yourselves, Banking and General Knowledge etc. Please subscribe to the channel and also please do like and share and leave your suggestions in the comment section. The events of 20th October 2024 are follows. Bengali date तेसरा कार्तिक 1431. As per Menimadov Sil Ponjika, today's Tithi is Krishna Tritiya and up to 1042 hours and after that Krishna Chaturthi. Today's Nakhotra, Kritika Nakhotra and up to 1314 hours and after that Rohini Nakhotra. Today is 294th day of the year. There are then 72 days left in 2024. Today is 42nd Sunday of 2024. Today is Karwa Chauth. Karwa Chauth fasting is done during Krishna Paksha Chaturthi in the Hindu month of Kartik and according to Amanta calendar followed in Gujarat, Maharashtra and southern India, it is Ashwin month which is current during Karwa Chauth. However, it is just the name of month which differs and in all states Karwa Chauth is observed on the same day. Karwa Chauth coincides with Sankoshti Chaturthi, a fasting day observed for Lord Ganesha. The fasting of Karwa Chauth and its rituals are observed by married women for the long life of their husband. Married women worship Lord Shiva and his family, including Lord Ganesha, and break the fast only after sighting and making the offerings to the moon. The fasting of Karwa Chauth is strict and observed without taking any food or even a drop of water after sunrise till the sighting of the moon in the night. Karwa Chauth day is also known as Karak Chaturthi. Karwa or Karak refers to the earthen pot through which water offering, known as Argho, is made to the moon. Karwa is very significant during puja and it is also given as dan to the Brahmin or any eligible woman. Compared to South Indian states, Karwa Chauth is more popular in North Indian states. After 4 days of Karwa Chauth, Ahai Ashtami Vrat is observed for the well-being of sons. Today is World Statistics Day. World Statistics Day is an international day to celebrate statistics. Created by the United Nations Statistical Commission, it was first celebrated on 20th October 2010. The day is celebrated every 5 years. As of 2010, 103 countries celebrate a National Statistics Day, including 51 African countries that jointly celebrate African Statistics Day annually on 18th November. India celebrates its Statistics Day on 29th June, the birthday of the statistician Prashant Chandra Mahalanobis. The Royal Statistical Society in the UK also launched its Get Statistical Literacy campaign on the same day at 2010, on 20th October 2010. Today is World Osteoporosis Day. World Osteoporosis Day is observed annually on 20th October and launches a year-long campaign dedicated to raising global awareness of bone health and of the prevention, diagnosis and treatment of osteoporosis and metabolic bone disease. Organized by the International Osteoporosis Foundation (IOF), the World Osteoporosis Day campaign is accompanied by community events and local campaigns by national osteoporosis patient societies from around the world with activities in over 90 countries. Today is International Sloth Day. International Sloth Day is celebrated annually on October 20 to raise awareness about sloths, their natural habitat, and the threats they face in the wild. The day encourages conservation efforts to protect these slow-moving mammals whose habitats are increasingly threatened by deforestation, illegal wildlife trade, and human encroachment. Today is International Chef's Day. International Chef's Day is celebrated annually on October 20, a day dedicated to recognizing the vital role that chefs play in the culinary world and society as a whole. Established in 2004 by the late Dr. Bill Gallagher, a renowned chef and former president of the World Association of the Chef Societies, World Chefs. The day promotes not only the culinary profession but also healthy eating habits, the art of cooking, and the importance of nutrition. Today is World CRISPR Day. World CRISPR Day is celebrated annually on October 20 to bring attention to the revolutionary technology of CRISPR, clustered regularly interspaced short palindromic repeats. That this day focuses on the scientific advancements, ethical discussions, and the potential future applications of CRISPR in gene editing. What is CRISPR? CRISPR is a powerful tool for genome editing that allows scientists to alter DNA sequences and modify gene function. It was discovered as part of a natural defense mechanism in bacteria where it helps them recognize and cut the DNA of invading viruses. Researchers have adapted this system to precisely edit genomes, making it possible to correct genetic defects, treat diseases, and even enhance certain traits. Today is World Toy Camera Day. World Toy Camera Day is celebrated annually around the world on the third Sunday of October, on October 20 this year. Despite the name, toy cameras are functional cameras that can take pictures. Since they are cheap models, they don't have any controls, but photographers still like to use them as their distortions make for very interesting photos. Today is birth anniversary of Mr. Utul Prasad Sen, 20th October 1871 to 26th August 1934. Utul Prasad Sen was a prominent Bengali composer, lyricist, and a poet, as well as a social worker and lawyer. He is best known for his contribution to Bengali music through his creation of over 200 songs, many of which reflect themes of devotion, patriotism, love, and humanism. His compositions are deeply rooted in Bengali folk traditions and classical music, with a distinct lyrical and emotional quality. Today is birth anniversary of Mr. Siddhartha Shankar Rai, 20th October 1920 to 6th November 2010. Siddhartha Shankar Rai was an Indian lawyer, diplomat, and Indian National Congress politician from West Bengal. In his political career, he held a number of offices, including Chief Minister of West Bengal 1972-1977, Union Minister of Education 1971 to 72, Governor of Punjab 1986 to 89, and Indian Ambassador to the United States 1992 to 96. He was at one point the main troubleshooter for the Congress party. Today is death anniversary of Miss Janko Tabei, 22nd September 1939 to 20th October 2016. Janko Tabei was a Japanese mountaineer, author, and teacher. She was the first woman to reach the summit of Mount Everest and ascend the seven summits, climbing the highest peak on every continent. Tabei wrote 7 books, organized environmental projects to clean up trash left behind by climbers on Everest, and led annual climbs of Mount Fuji for youth affected by the Great East Japan earthquake. An astronomer named asteroid 608,097 Tabei after her, and in 2019 a mountain range on Pluto was named Tabei Mountains in her honor. Today is death anniversary of Mr. Lawrence Robert Klein, 14 September 1920 to 20th October 2013. Lawrence Robert Klein was an American economist for his work in creating computer models to forecast economic trends in the field of econometrics in the Department of Economics at the University of Pennsylvania. He was awarded the Nobel Memorial Prize in Economic Sciences in 1980, specifically for the creation of econometric models and their applications to the analysis of economic fluctuations and economic policies. Due to his efforts, such models have become widespread among economists. Harvard University Professor Martin Feldstein told the Wall Street Journal that Klein was the first to create the statistical models that embodied Keynesian economics, tools still used by the Federal Reserve Bank and other central banks. Today is death anniversary of Mr. Arthur Henderson, 13 September 1863 to 20th October 1935. Arthur Henderson was a British iron molder and Labour politician. He was the first Labour cabinet minister, won the Nobel Peace Prize in 1934, and uniquely served 3 separate terms as leader of the Labour Party in 3 different decades. He was popular among his colleagues, who called him Uncle Arthur in acknowledgement of his integrity, his devotion to the cause, and his imperturbability. He was a transitional figure whose policies were at first close to those of the Liberal Party, The trades unions rejected his emphasis on arbitration and conciliation and thwarted his goal of unifying the Labour Party and the trade unions. Today is death anniversary of Mr. Paul Adrien Maurice Dirac, 8th August 1902 to 20th October 1984. Paul Adrien Maurice Dirac, OMFRS, was an English mathematical and theoretical physicist who is considered to be one of the founders of quantum mechanics. Dirac laid the foundations for both quantum electrodynamics and quantum field theory. He was awarded the Nobel Prize in Physics jointly with Erwin Schrödinger in 1933 for his contribution to atomic theory. Dirac's prediction of the existence of antimatter having been experimentally proven by that time. Today is birth anniversary of Sir James Chadwick, 20th October 1891 to 24th July 1974. Sir James Chadwick was a British physicist who is most famous for his discovery of the neutron in 1932, a breakthrough that significantly advanced the understanding of atomic structure and earned him the Nobel Prize in Physics in 1935. Discovery of the neutron. Chadwick's most significant contribution to science was his discovery of the neutron, a neutral subatomic particle located in the nucleus of the atom. Prior to this, the atom was thought to consist only of positively charged protons and negatively charged electrons. The neutron's discovery helped explain the mass of atoms and led to a more accurate model of the atomic nucleus. Chadwick's work on neutrons opened the door to major advancements in nuclear physics and quantum mechanics. Nobel Prize in Physics 1935. For his groundbreaking discovery of the neutrons, Chadwick was awarded the Nobel Prize. His discovery not only advanced atomic theory but also played a key role in the development of nuclear energy and technology. Manhattan Project. During World War II, Chadwick was heavily involved in the British efforts to develop nuclear weapons. He was a key figure in the Manhattan Project, the Allied project to develop the first atomic bombs. Chadwick served as the head of the British mission, working alongside American scientists to develop the bomb. His contributions were critical in determining the feasibility of a fission bomb, which led to the development of atomic weapons dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki in 1945. Today, that is 20th October, highlight in history. 1740, France, Prussia, Bavaria and Saxony refused to honor the Pragmatic Sanction and the War of Austrian Succession begins. 1774, American Revolution, the Continental Association, a non-consumption and non-importation agreement against the British Isles and the British West Indies is adopted by the First Continental Congress. 1781, the Patent of Toleration providing limited freedom of worship is approved in Austria. 1803, the United States Senate ratifies the Louisiana Purchase. 1818, the Convention of 1818 is signed between the United States and the United Kingdom, which settles the Canada-United States border on the 49th parallel for most of its length. 1827, Greek War of Independence. In the Battle of Navarino, a combined Turkish and Egyptian fleet is defeated by British, French and Russian naval forces in the last significant battle fought with wooden sailing ships. 1883, Peru and Chile signed the Treaty of Ancon, by which the Tarapacá province is ceded to the latter, bringing an end to Peru's involvement in the War of the Pacific. 1904, Chile and Bolivia signed the Treaty of Peace and Friendship, delimiting the border between the two countries. 1910, British ocean liner RMS Olympic is launched. 1935, the Long March, a mammoth retreat undertaken by the armed forces of the Chinese Communist Party a year prior, ends. 1941, World War II, thousands of civilians in German-occupied Serbia are murdered in the Kragujevac massacre. 1944, World War II, the Soviet Red Army and Yugoslav partisans liberate Belgrade. 1944, liquefied natural gas leaks from storage tanks in Cleveland and then explodes, leveling 30 blocks and killing 130 people. 1944, American General Douglas MacArthur fulfills his promise to return to the Philippines when he comes ashore during the Battle of Leyte. 1947 Cold War. The House Un-American Activities Committee begins its investigation into communist infiltration of the Hollywood film industry, resulting in a blacklist that prevents some from working in the industry for years. 1948 A KLM Blockhead L049 Constellation crashes on approach to Glasgow Prestwick Airport, killing 40. 1951 The Johnny Bright incident occurs during a football game between the Drake Bulldogs and Oklahoma A&M Aggies. 1952 The governor of Kenya, Evelyn Baring, declares a state of emergency and begins arresting hundreds of suspected leaders of the Mau Mau uprising. 1961 The Soviet Navy performs the first armed test of a submarine-launched ballistic missile, launching an R-13 from a Golf-class submarine. 1962 China launches simultaneous offensives in Ladakh and across the McMahon Line, igniting the Sino-Indian War. 1973 Watergate Scandal, Saturday Night Massacre. United States President Richard Nixon fires U.S. Attorney General Elliot Richardson and Deputy Attorney General William Ruckelshaus after they refused to fire a special prosecutor Archibald Cox, who is finally fired by Solicitor General Robert Brock. 1973 The Sydney Opera House is opened by Elizabeth II after 14 years of construction. 1976 The Lulling-Destrehan ferry MV George Prince is struck by the Norwegian freighter SS Frosta while crossing the Mississippi River in St. Charles Parish, Louisiana. 78 passengers and crew die and only 18 people aboard the ferry survive. 1977 A plane carrying the rock band Lynyrd Skynyrd crashes in Woodland in Mississippi, United States. 6 people, including 3 band members, are killed. 1981 2 police officers and a Brinks armored car guard are killed during an armored robbery carried out by members of the Black Liberation Army and Weather Underground in Nanuet, New York. 1982 During the UEFA Cup match between FC Spartak Moscow and HFC Haarlem, 66 people are crashed to death in the Luzhniki disaster. In 1986, Aeroflot Flight 6502 crashes while landing at Kuybyshev Airport, now Kurumach International Airport at Kuybyshev, now present-day Samara, Russia, killing 70 people. 1991, a 6.8 megawatt earthquake strikes the Uttarkasi region of India, killing more than 1,000 people. 1991, a massive firestorm breaks out in the hills of Oakland and Berkeley, California, killing 25 people and destroying more than 3,000 homes, apartments and condominiums. 2002, Top Gear, the revived popular British TV motoring magazine, premiered on BBC. 2003, the Sloan Great Wall, once the largest cosmic structures known to humanity, is discovered by students at Princeton University. 2005, the General Conference of the United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization (UNESCO) passes the Convention on the Protection and Promotion of the Diversity of Cultural Expressions. 2011, Libyan Crisis. Rebel forces capture Libyan dictator Muammar Gaddafi and his son Mutassim in his hometown of Sirte and kill him shortly thereafter, ending the first Libyan civil war. 2017, Syrian Civil War. The Syrian Democratic Forces (SDF) declare victory in the Raqqa campaign. 2022, Liz Truss steps down as British Prime Minister and leader of the Conservative Party amid the country's political crisis, serving for the least time of any British Prime Minister, that is 49 days. Thank you very much for your patience.